Hi, everybody. This is Amanda and Kevin, A.
Howdy.
Smith Gallery. This is our gallery talk about botanical, which was juried by Wendi Schneider. Wendi had a little over 1,000 images to select from, and she came up with a fabulous 55 images. Frankly, she could have, there's so many wonderful works that were submitted. It was really fun watching them, looking at all of them. So we're going to look at the 55 that were selected. But first, Kevin's going to read us her bio. This is Wendi's bio.
And happy belated Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. Happy Thanksgiving.
So onward to cold turkey sandwiches. Here we go. Wendi Schneider is a Denver-based visual artist widely known for her luminous gold leaf photographs. Born in Memphis, Tennessee in 1955, her work is influenced by a background in painting and art history. Her collection of turn of the 20th century art and objects in the lush landscapes of Memphis, New Orleans, and New York. She turned to photography to create references and models for paintings in the early 1980s. Mesmerized by the possibilities of the photographic art form and the alchemy of the darkroom, yet missing the sensuousness of oils, Schneider began to layer oils on her photographs to manipulate the boundaries between the real and the imagined. This process laid the groundwork for the unique layering and gilding that would later become the foundation of the ongoing States of Grace series. Schneider's photographs are held in the permanent collections of the New Orleans Museum of Art, the Center for Creative Photography, the Memphis Brooks Museum, the Auburn University Library Special Collections, the Try-Me Collection, as well as numerous private collections. Her work has been published and exhibited extensively worldwide and is represented by A Gallery for the Fine Photography in New Orleans, Arnica Dawkins Gallery in Atlanta, Catherine Courtier Gallery in Houston, Etherton Gallery in Tucson, Gallery Photographic San Miguel de Allende, and Rick Wester Fine Art, New York, and the Vision Gallery, Jerusalem. She's an active board member of the Colorado Photographic Arts Center.
Thank you.
And if you have never met Wendi, she's a wonderful person with a fabulous personality. So if you get a chance, you need to meet her.
She has a lot of energy.
She has a lot of energy.
Yeah. Okay. You ready to get started?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. We're going to do a screen share, hopefully. And Wendi did sequence this, these 55 images that we're going to look at. Okay.
There we go.
You ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first image we have here is by Diane Pointsky. Am I saying that right?
Mm-hmm.
She's from Sacramento, California. And this is called Garden Memories #1. And it is in the 27. We did get to talk to Diane, and there's various layers of images, you can probably tell by looking at it, that she puts together in Photoshop. She's got a huge series of all of these. She got 2 in, so we get to see another one, which I think is the next one. Yes, another one called Quiet Morning.
Nice.
The next one we have is by Corinne Kababi Rushing. Am I saying that?
I think that's right. Yeah.
She's from Manhattan Beach, California, and we got to talk to her too. This is also part of the 27, and she's working with freezing flowers in water and adding various things to the water. It's really interesting talking to her.
You've got a really, really interesting body of work that's associated with this.
Yeah, they're beautiful. Oh, wait a minute, Kevin. Go back to Corinne's.
Okay.
She wrote us a little. I asked people to write a little bit about their images if they'd like to share something with us, and she did write a little statement there.
It says, this image emerged from a series of recent projects exploring age, transformation, beauty, and decay, subjects which have been very present for me as I've entered my 50s and taken stock of my life and career.
Good. Thank you. Okay, so this next image is by Eric Rennie. The title of this is Ancient Japanese Maple. Eric lives in Cromwell, Connecticut.
That's a very
That is a gnarly tree.
Yeah, it's a real compelling image.
So why do trees grow like that, Kevin?
Because they like to.
Thank you. Okay, this image is by Christine Clarke. She lives in Dallas, Texas. Christine got 2 images in. This particular one is called Entitled #2, and it is part of the 27.
Beautiful.
It's just gorgeous. We're going to say beautiful a lot, I think.
Yeah, gorgeous and beautiful.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
So this image, it's gorgeous too.
Beautiful and wonderful.
This is by Clarke. She lives in Chagrin Falls. How do you say that? Chagrin Falls, Ohio. It's called Peonies Everywhere, and it is part of the 27, and also received the Director's Award.
Very nice.
It's just gorgeous. It's another beautiful image. This is by Shamani Sheridan. Shamani lives in the UK, and the title of this is Queensmere Pond, Wimbledon Common, UK. So I didn't realize people even lived in Wimbledon. I thought you only played tennis there, but
It's a town.
it's a town. And it is part of the 27.
With Houston Astros, people live in Houston too.
I realized that, Kevin. I'm not familiar with Wimbledon. Thank you, Kevin, so much.
Whereas the Super Bowl, there is no super, so they don't live there.
Okay.
That may be what got you confused.
Probably. Okay, next. This is an image by Donna Dangott. Donna lives in College Station, Texas, and it's entitled Study. It's a beautiful image.
Very nice image, Donna.
And this is by her neighbor in College Station. This is by Jamie Ladish, and Jamie also lives in College Station. It's a hand-colored archival print. It's entitled Stormlight, I'm sorry, and it's also in the 27.
It's beautiful. She mostly uses colored pencils and pan pastels.
I think so, yeah. Which is kind of like the work that's behind us. If you hadn't seen it, this work is by Kate Brakey, and it's the same process. She took Kate's class 2 years ago or so. Yeah. This image is by Cynthia Morgan. She lives in Atlanta, Georgia. It's called Flower Series number 2, Flowers from Heaven, and it is part of the 27. And that's a perfect name, Flowers from Heaven.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just beautiful. This image is by Giannis Miglots, and he lives in Sherwood, Oregon. It's part of the 27. And the title here is Daffodils on Ice.
He also has a really wonderful body of work that has everything to do with being an immigrant. If you hadn't already seen that on Instagram.
It was in, he had
a
Couple in Story,
yeah.
the last exhibit.
Yeah.
This is by Vicki Stromey. Vicki lives in Tucson, Arizona. It's called Scene, Not Seen 2, and it's part of the 27.
Very nice.
I love that.
Poppies, I think.
I think they are. With a little infrared going on or something. This image is by Seal Arena. He lives, or she lives in Paso Robles, California. And this is called Mademoiselle Joseph Schwartz. So I was curious. I didn't know what that was.
That's the rose.
That's what the rose is, yes.
Yeah. Nice.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So this is another one by Shamani Surendran, who lives in the UK. This is called Twinkling Stars, Richmond Park, UK.
Also very nice.
I like the twinkling stars. This is by Nancy. Okay, Nancy, I know it's not Miller, so it's Miller? No.
You just said it was Miller. And
it didn't.
Said it is Miller.
It's got 2 eyes in it.
She's going to really be angry with you.
Probably. Well, it took me forever to spell it right.
Myler?
Yeah. There you go. Okay. Nancy Myler in Scottsdale, Arizona. This is called Finding Your Way. And it's a gesso print. So I think she must put gesso on.
We need to discover find out what that is exactly. So if anybody knows out there, let us know.
It's a beautiful image. She was in the last botanical too. All right, phones. Okay. This is by Kate Zori Roberts. It is part of the 27. She lives in Broomfield, Colorado, and it's called Botanicals Fractals.
She has a whole series.
She does. She's got another one in the exhibit. So tell me what fractals are.
Fractals are, you know what? Carlos, what are fractals? Fractals are repeating patterns in nature, right? Is that
And part of the chaos theory.
that's right. That's
Ah.
right. It's a physics issue. Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
Organic growth of geometric space.
Right.
Well, they can't hear that.
Well,
can
they possibly could.
they? Okay. We have a visitor in the gallery, in case you're wondering who Kevin's talking to. Carlos Alejandro is here. He just put up his exhibit and he's here for the weekend.
That's right.
Okay, so back to botanical. This is by Donna Dangod. It's called Fallen Leaves Study. She lives in College Station. And yeah, there it is.
Nice.
This one, I love this image. This is by Paul Gilmore. He lives in Bow, New Hampshire. It's called Drip Leaves.
Interesting.
I just love the combination of the two.
That's an interesting difference.
And I like it in with a mix of everything else.
Right.
Another Donna Dangod image. It's called In the Garden. And this one is part of the 27.
Yeah, Donna, that's a great image.
This image is by Susan Holtz. It's part of the 27. It's called Fading Away. She lives in Northbrook, Illinois. And she wrote a little blurb about that.
Fading away is an image found on a muddy March afternoon while walking my dog. We stumbled upon a collection of ginkgo leaves that for months had been buried under mounds of snow. The late afternoon light highlighted a composition of nature's making that stopped me in my tracks. I recognized that if it wasn't for my dog causing me to slow down, I most likely would have passed by and missed the opportunity. It's given me an awareness that is the often unnoticed to which we must pay the closest attention. Very nice.
Yeah.
Those ginkgo leaves are beautiful.
You know, those colors in the image are,
They look like they're metal, like they're
Yeah, they-
bronze or
they're gold linked.
gold. Yeah.
Yeah. This image is by Aubrey Guthrie. It's part of the 27. Aubrey lives in Hurst, Texas. It's called Tulips in Gallery.
Great shot, Ob. That's very nice.
Yeah, it's
The
beautiful.
light is
Nice
wonderful.
light. So this is by Hank Audier. He lives in San Antonio, Texas. And it is entitled, give it a minute, Brush Chaos.
Nice.
Yeah. This one is by Murdy Cope. It's called Blue Ridge Scene. It's part of the 27. She lives in Marietta, Georgia.
That's a real interesting shot.
Yeah, I like that.
Double exposure works really well.
Or maybe even more than double.
Triple exposure. maybe.
Yeah. This image is by Melanie Schoniger. She lives in Germany. We got to talk to her too. This is called Lavish. And yeah. What am I missing?
What are you missing?
Nothing. Anyway, so we talked to Melanie, and she's dedicated to botanicals.
Yeah, it was a great conversation.
Yeah. So next we have an image by Vicki Reed, who lives in Cedarburg, Wisconsin. It's called Symmetria. Is that how I don't know that word.
Symmetria.
Symmetria,
Yeah.
number 62.
That's a great image.
And it is part of the
I
27.
think we need to move this closer.
Mm,
We may not have been loud enough. Oh, I'm screwing everything up here.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right.
Yeah, part of the 27. And it's
Very-
beautiful.
Yeah, that's nice.
And this is also by Vicki Reed. And this one is called Delicate. And it is. It's beautiful.
Yeah, I like these that she's been doing lately. They're really nice.
This image is by Joe Fields. Joe got 3 images in this exhibit, and they're all 3 right together. And Joe, not for this one, but for the next image, she did receive the Jurors Award. So Joe plays the flute,
Mhm.
and these images, you tell the story. They rem-
I'm too old to
You're
remember.
too old. Anyway, she plays the flute. So all these images are named with musical
Oh, that's right.
names.
Yeah.
So this particular one is, I'm not a musician.
And then we have a flute player in the house.
Oh, we
so,
do, don't
yeah.
we?
So, Carlos, what is this word? Teneramente?
Yeah.
Again, what you're saying is you're from Texas on top of that.
This one.
Teneramente.
Yeah.
The
You know what that
Teneramente.
means?
Maestoso.
You know what those mean?
I'm not sure what teneramente means. Maestoso means majestic.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't even know
Okay.
what the last one is.
But you know, I do have Google Play.
So anyway, Joe, as when she receives the Jurors Award, she's going to have a solo exhibit of these images. And what flower is that?
It looks like a moonflower.
It's a moonflower. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're right. They're moonflowers. This one is
Maestoso.
Maestoso, which is the one that received the Jurors Award. And then the third one is,
Looks like Chiave di Violino.
and the reason she loved this one is because
Tenderly.
tender. She loves, this is the one that stopped her in her tracks. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
Because of the way the vines go, and it makes the treble.
Yeah, treble clef.
Yeah.
That's right. Yeah.
So you can see that in there.
Yeah, that really caught her attention.
Yeah, I think that's the beginning of the series, is this
right.
particular image. Okay. So we have an image here by Cynthia Herat, who lives in Alpine, Texas. This is called Antelope Horn.
Nice shot, Cynthia.
Yeah.
You used to live around here. We don't see her very much anymore.
We don't. So this is by Adrienne Villar. She lives in Kyle, Texas. It's called Maiden Hair, and it is part of the 27.
That's Maidenhair Fern.
Thank you.
Pretty shot.
Yeah, it's beautiful. So this image is by Kathy Fawcett. She's from Monahans, Texas, and it's called Marigold.
Hey.
Good to see you.
Okay, Kevin,
Hey,
we're working.
okay. Hey, Janet.
Kevin.
I'll get him.
Okay, so this image
We have
is
some unruly visitors that I'm gonna have to take care of.
this image is by Lenny Foster. He's from San Augustine, Florida, and it's called Affection, and it is part of the 27. And we have a short timeout. Or actually, I can do it. Okay. And our next image here.
And if y'all were here, you could have some pie that we just got, but
Oh,
you're unlucky.
okay. So this image is by Susan Holtz. It's called Datura. It's one of my favorite flowers. We used to have tons of them. And she is from Northbrook, Illinois. She's got a couple in here.
That's beautiful.
Eduardo Fuji. Eduardo's from Pebble Beach, California. This is called Counterpoint, and it's part of the 27.
Really nice.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite photographers. This is by Joel Butler. This is called Tulip After JS. He lives in Oro Valley, Arizona. Joel does beautiful floral work.
I love the treatment of that.
This image is by Sid Peroni. It's called Oasis. She lives in New River, Arizona.
Nice.
It's so beautiful. Okay, this is another one by Melanie Schoninger. So this, it's a hibiscus, right?
Right.
So this hibiscus lives in her living room. She lives in Germany, and this lives in her living room. And she photographed it, and then she superimposed these other little flowers on top of it. It's a really nice effect. The name of this is
Keona.
which is a Hawaiian word. I'm not
But
sure
we
what it
don't
means.
know what it means. Something good, I'm sure.
Something, so it's wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's part of the 27.
Okay, what's the next one?
Well, this is by Peggy Curtis. It's called Lazy Lily. Peggy lives in Linwood, Washington. We got to talk to Peggy too.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah,
She uses Mylar a lot and
right,
reflections and things. And water. She
Right.
freezes things too.
right.
This image is by Carolina Sumari
No, Carolina Zumaron Jones.
Jones. Thank you. She lives in Chevy Chase, Maryland, and this is Untitled number 3.
I really like her choice to mute that.
Yeah,
I think that's
yeah.
interesting.
Yeah, and include the dead flowers.
Yeah.
So another Christine Clough image. It's called Entitled number 4, and she's from Dallas.
I think that's a ranunculus, but I may
It's
be wrong. But
just gorgeous.
it is.
So this is by Robert Schultz. Robert lives in Salem, Virginia. It's called Milkweed Detail, and he wrote a little blurb about it.
Okay. Amanda, my image, Milkweed Detail, was made by putting an open milkweed pot on my scanner, lifting the lid off and turning off the lights. The resulting file was cropped for printing, so the medium is scanography, archival print. Very
Yeah.
cool.
I think he uses a scanner a lot. This next one is by Jeannie Garrett. Jeannie lives in Arlington Heights, Illinois, and it's called Healing number 2, and it is part of the 27. She wrote a little blurb about it too.
This project uses symbolism and technique to communicate a message to the viewer. I began the healing series several years ago when my husband underwent open heart surgery. This traumatic event became the foundation of the series where I explore the healing process. By the use of abstract photographs, I layer elements to highlight the stages of healing: chaos, hope, transformation, and acceptance. A symbol of hope, the circle appears in each image, and stitching becomes the connective tissue of the elements. These abstract images transcend the line between photography and fiber arts and become something beyond the original photograph. Very nice.
Yeah, Jeannie and her husband Dawes have been down here before. She had a solo exhibit in the middle.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's very cool. So this is by Liz Strauss. Liz lives in Chicago, Illinois, and this is part of the 27. And the title of this is Alfred Caldwell Lily Pool, Lincoln Park, Chicago.
It's beautiful.
It is beautiful. Here we got some more fractals.
More fractal.
So this is by Kate Zori Roberts again. She lives in Broomfield, Colorado, and this is called Palms, right? Fractals.
Really, really interesting.
Yeah, I'd like to talk to her about that. So an image by Leanne Trivet. It's called Fragments of Conversation. She lives in Johnson City, Tennessee, and it is part of the 27.
Very nice.
Yeah, she's teaching a botanical class for Santa Fe workshops, which is probably already filled up.
I think so.
Again?
I think they're doing another. Yeah.
Yeah. This is by Skip Smith. Skip lives in Langley, Washington. It's called Sedum.
I planted a lot of sedum in my day.
It's a nice image.
Nice image.
This one, I just love. This fascinates me. This is by David B. Moore. He lives in Paradise Valley, Arizona, and this is entitled Bishop's Cap.
Interesting.
So bishop, it's like a little cactus thing, right?
I have no idea.
I think it is. Okay. This is entitled November. And speaking of November, that's exactly what it's doing out here. It's raining.
Thank goodness.
Yeah, this is by John Dipehouse. He lives in Lansing, Michigan.
Yeah, that's a great shot.
It's beautiful. This is entitled Calla Leaves number 2. It's by Lauren Nelson. He lives in Beaverton, Oregon.
Yeah, it's very nice also.
Yeah, they're all beautiful.
Absolutely.
Okay.
More milkweed. The way that it picks up the light is really cool.
I know. Apparently, yeah. Milkweed's fun to photograph.
Yeah.
Or scan or whatever. This is by Lynn Carlin. She lives in Belfast, Maine, and it is entitled Milkweed. Another Susan Holtz image. It's called Hidden Beauty. She lives in Northbrook, Illinois.
That's really nice also.
Oh, it's gorgeous. And here, this is by Lily Lindgren. She lives in Kaskawashcom, Wisconsin.
What is it?
I don't know,
Kowaskum.
Kowaskum.
Uh-huh.
And the title of the image is,
Asplenium nidus.
okay, thank
I
you.
think it's a type of fern.
Looks like it.
Yeah. Interesting.
And another Lynn Carlin image. This is called Draped Squash Blossoms. It's part of the 27.
Yeah, that's a great setup. I love that.
Yeah, I like that too. And last but not least, this image is by Mahadi Babadi from Iran. And yeah.
They actually look like sea anemone.
they do, don't they?
Wonder what they really are.
I don't know, something that grows in Iran.
It may be sea anemone.
This is botanical.
Well, it looks like a
Okay.
flower, doesn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Anyway, that's the last one.
All right. So thank you everybody for entering.
Absolutely. Yes, thank you so much. And I hope you had a happy
Happy
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving again. And
Yeah.
what else would we like to say?
Come see us again.
Okay. We'll do this again sometime.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.